What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's a sunny day in England again, and the main things in my closet are hoodies because we had such a cold winter. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make cropped hoodies. These are perfect for the summer, especially in England where weather can change within minutes. And you can just bring a little crop jumper like this with you and throw it over your normal clothes when it gets a bit chilly, and it's still light and airy because it's cropped. So first things first is to grab a hoodie that you want to crop. The hoodie I'm gonna crop is just this plain black hoodie that I've literally had for years. It's quite worn out now, so I think it'll be a great time to be able to wear this hoodie again if it's cropped. I had to take my jumper off because it's too hot here today. There's like a sauna in my room like right now. So let's get to it. So the first thing you need to do is get down on the floor, and the best place to measure and cut is on the floor. Unless you have like special equipment. I always use the floor. Jump it down on the floor, and I'm going to cut just above the pocket line, which give me a good straight line to cut from, and it's a good guide really. So get your pins out again and your ruler and make a line all along like here. This. I also got my trusty white pencil out and drew a line, and now just cut along that line. Okay, now it should look like this. I have a bit of a trick if you're trying to cut with scissors that aren't fabric scissors, which is what I had to do, is to like grab this side and pull it towards you while you're cutting, and it just makes it like cut easier. Okay, the next thing you need to do is turn your jumper inside out and add a little seam like this. Fold your fabric over and add some pins along the line. You have to have enough space to add elastic if you want to add elastic, or you can just leave it like this. You can just sew along this edge and just leave it like that. But I'm gonna add elastic, so I had to leave enough space to thread some elastic through. Also, don't worry if this side is shorter than this side. As long as it's not a massive difference, it doesn't really matter. And you don't need to really get rid of this. You can actually use this for things. I've nailed mine to the side of my bed, and now I can put like my phone or some pens or pencils in there. It's actually really handy. So next thing you need to do is get your sewing machine out and get it set up. If you want any help setting up your sewing machine, I have a video on it that I can link here somewhere. Then get your hoodie and start at the seam. Put it in just like that, and say if you're going to finish, oh my gosh, so tangled. And then say if you're going to finish at the seam, leave a little gap about this big and start here. That's because you need to add your elastic through here, and then you can sew it together after. Okay, turn it on, that would help. Let's go. Just sew along this edge. Take the pins out once you get to them, and then hold the fabric together. Are you kidding? Make sure that it's actually sewing. That's one thing that I do all the time, is I would sew nearly the whole thing and then realize it didn't sew. Don't go all the way to the end. Make sure you don't do that. And then take it out. Okay, now that you have sewed all of the seam, you need to take your elastic that you're going. I'm going to use this one because you have to tie a safety pin to the end, and this one's going to be thicker, so I'll be able to tie it. And then just take the elastic and wrap it around your waist and cut where you want your jumper to be sitting on you. Basically like this. I've got my elastic and put it around, and then I say this is the whole way around, and I've just left some extras so I can cut it off at the end. The next step is to tie a safety pin onto the end, and then where you left the hole, you put the elastic with the safety pin in this hole, and you use the safety pin to just thread it through. And make sure you hold on to this end, otherwise you would have lost your elastic in there. We're halfway! Now don't let go of this one. You can tie them together actually so that you don't lose it, because that would be so annoying. I mean, it seems like it takes forever, but it actually didn't even take me 2 songs. You can actually try it on now because you have them stapled together. Yeah, like so. Make sure they are together. And then you can try it on to make sure it's as tight as you want it. Yeah, that's good. We're good. But you're not finished yet. The first thing you need to do, sew these 2 pieces together. Make sure you sew it where you pinned it, because then you know that's the tightness that you want it. And just sew these 2 pieces together like this. I mean, you can also do this by hand. It's probably much easier by hand, but then you have to get like the needle out and everything. And I can be asked to do that, so I'm just gonna do it by machine. And all I'm doing is just going over and back, keep going over and back on the same bit. Okay, so I just tied it like this. Yep, that's it. You can make it neater if you want, but it's just going inside the jumper. As long as it's going to stay together. If you haven't made it too tight, then you shouldn't really be worried about it coming undone. The last step is finally just to sew this little hole shut. And then finish where the seam is. And cut all of your loose pieces. And now, your jumper is done. Turn it the right way and then try it on. Your new jumper. And there we go. Now you have a cropped jumper, and it's so much nicer than a big jumper in the summer. This is just nice to put over your clothes when it's getting a little bit chilly. There it is. Okay, so if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Have a good day, guys. See you soon.